Hey guys, I know what you're thinking. Why is there Griamore and Hendrickson on the thumbnail? And we're gonna get to that. I'm gonna show you a team, and it's not necessarily very good, but it's a lot of fun compared to the Daisy and Clotho slot where you just spam the same skills. So it's mainly Daisy, but any of the buffers, right? Manny, Daisy, Clotho just keep spamming the same skills of the character. But I wanted to try something fun, so I'm gonna show you a team. And so first thing we have Guila. She's gonna be better than the unit I'm gonna show you in a second, but we only have one goal, and you'll see what that goal is. So we're going to start with Jericho, and we're not going to use her dual swords. We're going to use her lance. And a lot of you, I'm assuming, probably do not know what the lance does, and I'll just go over the simple part. You get a barrier when you do this normal skill, the ice rock, and once you get a barrier, you get frozen breath. Defense increased by 3%, maximum 10 times. That's 30% defense increase. The weapons don't really matter because none of them give you defense in any way, and the increase that doesn't really help you as a team either. It only really helps her, and you just need her once. You don't even need potential 5 or anything, or any of the potentials. You just need her. Well, you don't even need her. Like I said, Guila is going to be a better choice for what I'm gonna show you. So that's about it. We have the first unit, that's Jericho. Nothing in her statistics. We're gonna go to the next unit. The next unit we're gonna put in is Griamore on the sword and shield. Again, some of you probably don't even know what he does, so really quickly, we're going to go over that in a second. We have this. This is the only reason that Griamore's on the team. When an allied hero has a barrier, you get defense increased by 15%. His increase stats, I don't think I read it gives you defense, but I think it's only for Griamore, so it's not for your teammates, so that's something else to keep in mind. But yeah, like I said, he's only there for his passive. We're not even going to use him, so we're going to throw him on. Next is going to be Hendrickson, and bear with me, I know it's looking a little bit crazy, but it'll all make sense in a second. So again, we're going to go to the important skill we want. We have the longsword, and the only reason he's here is because of his normal skill, which gives us 20% defense for 40 seconds. Now, he does have a potential 6, which gives you additional 10%, so overall 30% additional defense boost for 40 seconds, which is really good. And then you can buff it further with like a buff duration efficiency. So we have that. And then before we reveal the final unit, which probably most of you can already tell, I'm going to do 3 fights later. I'm going to speed them all up. One is going to be with Guila instead of Jericho against Galand, and then the other 2 are going to be with this team. So 2 Galand fights, 1 with Jericho, 1 with Guila, and 1 spider fight with Jericho. With Guila would have been really easy, so I didn't use Guila, but we'll show you the fight. And the main highlight of the team, obviously, is Escanor. Escanor! And we're going to be using the sword and shield. So as you can see, we have 20,000 starting with base defense, which would be higher if I had a higher level gear piece here. Equipment defense, if we had like 7,500. If I had defense percent on the chance priest. So there's a lot of defense I'm missing, probably 21,000 to 22,000 would be the ideal. Sword and Shield potential, Escanor is probably the most free-to-play friendly. Like, you can get other potentials, but as long as you have him once, Sword and Shield is just going to carry you. I already put out videos on clearing Galand with just Escanor, so I'm not going to do that. But if you want to see that, I'll link that at the end. So with this setup, again, this one I have just because it gives you an additional shield. And then here we have some crit damage. A higher roll would have been better, but we'll take a crit chance or crit damage here anyway. And then we have the fire attack, normal attack damage, buff duration efficiency, and crit damage, so it's not terrible, but it could be better. Now, when I do use food and have all the buffs stacked, this goes up to an absurd amount of defense, and I'll show you at the end. So the first fight I'm going to do with Guila, because most people are going to have her, so if you want to try this team, it'll be fun, but you're not going to get as much defense as I am when I show you how much defense it is. So I'm going to do this fight. I'm going to put it on 2x speed. If you want to watch it on slow-mo, just turn your YouTube speed down. You almost freaking died. Dude, oh my goodness. How much health do I have? Alright, I don't have that much health, 160k, but honestly, I like it. It's a lot of fun instead of just, doing daisy skills, manny skills, all that. Gets boring. So now I'm gonna run you the spider dungeon fight and the Galand fight with Jericho. But if you're watching this far into the video, please consider subscribing. We're almost at 900. I think I'm like 10 or 15 away, so I would really appreciate it. Thank you, everybody. Enjoy the rest of the video, and I'll link the other stuff at the end, so go ahead and watch that if you want.